Okay, hi everyone, and welcome to day 2 of Mr. Bailey's maths revision. First of all, hope you're all doing okay. Hopefully you're all staying safe. Hopefully you're all feeling well, and washing your hands regularly and making sure you're listening to your parents, carers, making sure that everything that you need to do to stay safe is being done. Okay, so a few things first of all, a few updates to the website. So we've got, I've put some David Walliams audiobook stuff on there. So David Walliams, as we know, is quite a famous author, famous TV show presenter and actor as well. He's going to be releasing free audiobooks every day at 11 o'clock. The first one is already on there. There'll be another one on there by the time you watch this video, but the one from yesterday is Grubby Gertrude, I think it's called. So well worth listening, only about 15 minutes. And yeah, so make sure you're doing that if you have the time as well. My friend Eleanor, who is the trainee astronaut, has sent me loads of packs for children to do with space activities that you can be doing at home. I will get those on the website as I upload this video. So thank you to Eleanor for doing those as well. I'm sure all the children will enjoy doing those. And yeah, just a few shout outs as well. So just hello to Lewis and Oscar, who left comments yesterday. Don't feel like you need to comment. I'm not somebody that needs comments. I'm doing this for you. I'm not doing this for me. Okay. And also a big shout out to Valeria, who's watching this all the way from Spain. So hi Valeria, glad you made it back safe, and thank you for continuing to learn with us while you're over back in Spain as well. Okay. One more thing before we get started is we've got Spelling Frame up and running still. Please make sure you're going on there and doing whatever you need to do on there. Yes, I set homework. That is certain spelling rules each week. You do not necessarily just have to be doing that spelling rule over and over and over and over and over. If you get into a stage where you feel like you already know it, well, then you can stop, do something different. One thing that I would recommend doing, it might sound a little bit tedious, a bit easy, is to start from the year 1 words and try and complete everything that you can, all of the year 1 words, spelling rule 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down. If you get 100%, then you don't need to do it again, you know it. So leave it, move on. If you get less than 100%, then you can go back to it a different day. So for example, if you got 80% on the OUGH spelling rule, for example, go back and do it again the next day. Don't do it straight away afterwards. But the idea is that hopefully by the end of this, all of us in our classes should be expert spellers. Okay, so we should know all of our spelling rules off by heart because we've practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced, especially those rules that we find difficult. Yeah, we might not get very many spelling points, but at the same time, it's helping us with our actual spelling. I've just updated the Spelling Frame website, so I'm just reading it off my laptop now. So top 10 at the moment are Ben, Candela and Joelle, very tight there between you three. Quite a big jump up to Lewis with over 2,000 points. We've got Leo, Ava, Eve, Harold and Marcus, all chasing Oscar, who is at the top. So well done guys, keep going on, keep going at it, keep practicing those spellings, especially the ones that we're finding a bit tricky as well. Okay, so yesterday's lesson it was quite a nice, simple, easy lesson, teaching us all about the number system and how we can tell which numbers are which. Okay, we're going one step on from that today, and this is all about comparing and ordering numbers. So how do we know if one number is bigger, one number is smaller? Obviously, for some of us, for the majority of us in the class, this might be quite simple, but again, it's nice just to have this bit of revision, just to kind of keep it ticking over in our minds as well. Okay, so yesterday we learned that there are 7 different numbers, types of numbers that we can do, that we use in year 5. We have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s and millions. And again, usually we separate them with commas because they work in groups of 3. As you can see, I've colour coded them here. So ones, tens and hundreds, 1,000s, 10,000s, 100,000s, then you have 1 millions, 10 millions, 100 millions, etc, etc. Okay, so that's why I've put the commas in as well. When we get to later on in the year, we might, later on not in the year, in the coronavirus revision program, we might end up doing some decimals, which we have just started learning, but not all the class were there to start doing that. So we might do that at the moment. White Rose Hub are releasing videos and activities for you to do that would be things that you would be learning in school at the moment. There is a link to that on the class page as well for on the Home Learning tab. So if you want to learn more about decimals, feel free to go on their website and have a quick look. We've been told not to teach you anything new, but if you were to do it at home, then I'm not teaching anything new, you'll be doing that yourself anyway. Okay, so when we're looking at comparing and ordering numbers, first of all, the most important thing is we need to know how many digits are on a number. Okay, I might have the number 9. I'm going to use a red pen. I think it stands out a little bit better. So number 9. Okay, or I might have the number 70. And again, I know this is very simple. I know this is mainly year 1 stuff. A lot of you are going to find this really easy and go, oh, 70 is definitely bigger than 9. But what I'm going to do all the whole time is basically explain the process, explaining why it is. Then when we come to the bigger numbers, hopefully this will help. So if you look at the number 9 and the number 70, if we were to compare the numbers, we look at the number 7 and number 9. Most people say, well, 9 is bigger than 7. So this could be a misconception here. Some of the children might go, well, actually 9 is bigger than 7, therefore 9 is bigger than 70. Obviously, we know that this is wrong. The reason is, whenever we're comparing or ordering a number, the first thing we have to do is look at the number of digits in that number. So for example, 9 is a 1-digit number and 70 is a 2-digit number. Therefore, it doesn't matter what the numbers are in that number, the 2-digit number will always be bigger than a 1-digit number. Same as a 5-digit number will always be bigger than a 3-digit number. Okay? So if we were to make this 999 and 1070, I know that this number here at the bottom, the 1070, has to be the biggest number because it has 4 digits. Okay, so the first rule when we're looking at ordering and comparing numbers is first of all check the digits. Sometimes when we come to questions in tests, in SATs, in the activities that we give you, we might sneak a few cheeky numbers in there. So we might, rather than put it in a nice place value grid like this, we might say maybe 5, 7, 4, 6, 8, or 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. As you can see here, you might be looking at this thinking, well, actually this takes up more space, it's probably going to be the bigger number, and you might, especially if there's 4 ones in a row, might misread one of them. Okay, so that's something that's really, really important to do. First of all is we count the number of digits. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I put my comma in, the place where it's supposed to be, I have 57,468, and I have 311,112. Therefore, I can look at the numbers in front of the comma. I have 57,000 and 311,000. Now this is what's good when we are comparing numbers. Actually, we don't need to look at the whole number. Now I can look at my commas. I know that I've got a 3-digit number here, 3-digit number here. These basically, it doesn't matter what they are at the moment, okay? Because I've got a 2-digit number here and a 3-digit number here, 57,000, 311,000, 311,000 is going to be significantly bigger than 57, okay? So that's the first rule. The second rule is if the numbers are the same, so for example, if we have 2 5-digit numbers, we need to be able to look at the very, very first number. So for example, if we were to have the numbers 54,999, 79,070, I look at the very first number. So first of all, I check the numbers. Are they the same number of digits in each number? Yes, there is. So now I need to look at the first digit in each number. I have 54,000 and 79,000. Here I have 50,000, here I have 70,000. That's when I now know which number is bigger, okay? This number here is a 7 in the 10,000 column, this one is a 5. This number here has to be the biggest one, okay? So, first rule, if the numbers are different, if the number of digits are different, then the biggest number one of the largest number of digits, assuming they're not decimals, largest number of digits from 0 up will be the biggest number. If it's got less digits, it'll be the smallest number. If it's got the same number of digits, then you look at the very first column. If they're the same, then we'll come on to that in a moment. If they're not, you look at which one is bigger and which one is smaller from there. If we then have a situation where we have 2 numbers, they're the same number of digits, they're both 5-digit numbers. Now they both start, if I look at the largest number, the 10,000 column, both numbers have a 5 in. Okay, So now I need to go to the next column, okay, the thousands column. Now this is going to help me to see which number is bigger and which number is smaller. So if I look here, I've got 58,000 and 57,000. I know that 8,000 is going to be bigger than 7,000, therefore this number here is the largest number. I'm not going to go through every single step, but what you do is first of all you check, as we said already, step 1, are the number of digits the same? Step 2, is the first number, can we tell which one is bigger by looking at the first number? Can we look at, if not, if they're the same, go to the next number, and then so on and so on and so on. Okay? When we are comparing numbers, I know the White Rose are releasing lots of activities as well. If you Google White Rose Hub, you can get some free Year 5 stuff on there as well. And I might see if I can upload some later as well for place value for the stuff we're doing too. A lot of this, they use symbols, and a lot of people use the crocodile symbols, where they do this with the teeth. Hopefully you can all see that. I know the green doesn't show up very well on the camera, but hopefully you can all see you've got a crocodile over here, crocodile over here. Well, personally, I don't like using that method because I always forget, well, does the big crocodile eat the little one, or does the little one eat the big one, or I don't know what's going on, okay? There's a really simple way. If you look at your hand, okay, and if you make as if you're making a crocodile shape, make the same symbol that you were trying to use. If you look over here, the distance in between this bit here is quite small, whereas the difference between my thumb and my finger here is big. Okay, so small this side, big this side. Therefore my biggest number is here, and my smallest number is here. Easy way to remember it. And obviously remember that when we are comparing and ordering, two numbers might also be the same. So if that's same, you use the equals sign as well, because equals means that it is the same as, it is equal to. Okay. We can then use this. So when we know we can order and compare, when we can compare two numbers, we can compare 3 or 4 different numbers. Okay. And that then allows us to see which one is the biggest and which one is the smallest. So your task at home is to either use dice or to use an online number generator to make it's up to you. You could do 6, 7, 4, 3, doesn't matter what did you do, try and challenge yourself. Make 4 or 5 numbers, and then I'd like you to try to order from smallest up to the biggest. Okay, so smallest number up to the biggest number. Okay, I think that's about all from me. I'll be back tomorrow, and we're going to look at everyone's favourite subject. Might be a little bit longer, rounding. So yeah, good luck with that. I'm having fun, looking forward to teaching you how to round.